group here in Venezuela. They zoomed past in motorcycles and everyone started running. One protester, Mylene Kiesling, started asking the other protesters, how does this end? When does it end? Let's listen to her.
Dios mío, ¿hasta cuándo? Estamos desamparados. Quemaron un camión de la ayuda humanitaria.
So she says tens of thousands of Venezuelans didn't manage to change a single mind at that airfield. So what are they supposed to do, she asked. She felt alone and at a loss as to what comes next.
And I guess that is the big question. What does come next? How does this end? Is there a sense of that?
We don't know anything for sure, but, you know, they're meeting, the leaders from the Americas are meeting, and there's a sense that Guaido will begin a process to ask for international help.
NPR's Ada Peralta in Caracas, John Otis from Cucuta in Colombia, thank you both so very much.
Gracias, Lulu.
Thank you.
Let's turn now to Congress and a Democratic member there. He's Representative Joaquin Castro of Texas, and he joins us now on the line. Congressman, good morning.
Good morning.
I'd like to start with Venezuela. As you just heard, it's a very tense situation there in a part of the world where the U.S. doesn't have a lot of goodwill to expend. Is this administration doing the right thing, in your view, in trying to directly influence Venezuelan affairs?
I think the administration has to be careful not to be too heavy-handed, given the United States' involvement in Latin America in the past. Ultimately, the people of Venezuela have to be able to choose who their leader is. But I think there's two things that need to happen immediately. First, we need to make sure that humanitarian aid gets into the country because there's so many people who are starving and suffering. The second thing is that the United States Congress should move right away, and the President should move right away to offer temporary protective status to the people of Venezuela to be able to come here to the United States, at least temporarily, if they need to.
What is your reaction, though, to Secretary of State Pompeo's tweet last night that the U.S. will take action? There is a lot of ambivalence among Democrats about intervention.
That's right. I hope that he doesn't mean military action. In fact, I'm on the Foreign Affairs Committee. We just had Elliot Abrams, who's a special representative for Venezuela, testify about a week and a half ago, and he didn't give any indication that military action was imminent. That said, I think we've got to get with the Lima Group, with OAS, with the United Nations, to make sure that aid gets in and that elections are held as soon as possible. You know, I was one of the folks that has supported sanctions against the Maduro regime in the past. So, you know, most folks would be fine if Maduro left. I think people want change. But we also have to be careful to make sure that it's the Venezuelan people who are choosing their new leader.
Let's turn to something that you're sponsoring. The president declared a national emergency on the southern border over a week ago. You've introduced a resolution to terminate that declaration, which will get a vote on Tuesday.